Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. Just doing up a bunch of crafting as usual in between episodes. Looks like we're almost there with the Electrum Piston. Did this turn on and I wasn't even paying attention? I mean, it should. Yeah, there we go. We are crafting up Europium. I didn't even realize I was actually running. That's cool. Right, but while that is crafting up, I also have gone ahead and finally got the computers that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and finally tick that off because that has been there for a while. And I think, didn't I put a, yeah, I did. Let's see, yeah, that's probably not enough cable. I think we can get all 5 more computers in here, I think. How many? That's actually exactly the right amount for that. Obviously, I can just hook it up to another. It doesn't really matter. I mean, these can be on one, and then I could hook the other one up to another one. It doesn't really matter, but yeah. All right, so that'll actually work like that. So how do we want to do this? One there, one there. How about one there, one there? I'm really not. I don't really like how this room is just kind of grown, but oh well. I think that's fine. I'm only probably going to have one large crafting computer. I think that's probably... I'll probably eventually replace these with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 64Ks at some point. But yeah. There we go. All right, that's good to know that I ended up actually... wasn't even planned. I didn't even realize I only had 5 channels left down here. But anyway, so there we go. We finally got a whole bunch of... That's not what I wanted to do. Of the A computers. All right, so we're basically just crafting up for the ZPM stuff here. So I can go ahead and get all this stuff scanned. And yeah, so I can get it all scanned, and then we will put all the different the components in the assembly line. I'm still debating whether I want to craft another assembly line. The only problem is dealing with this, like, because this is 16, and if I try to like copy this again, like, oh, that's going to be even more kind of fixing all the different things. Like, it'd probably be easiest to have LEV on one, ZPM on one, UV on one, etc. But oh yeah, there we go. It's really cool. You can actually see the stuff in the thing now, whereas you couldn't see that before. So I'm definitely happy that I put the camouflage. So thank you for the comment about the camouflage. I did know about them. I just didn't know how they worked, but it kind of pushed me into getting that fixed. Anyway, let me yeah, we'll continue on here and see what else. Yeah, we're doing the components. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and we'll come back and we'll look at the wetware boards as well. All right, and sometime later, it's been a little while, but I have gone ahead and finally got all the recipes put in the Steve's Factory Manager, so we're ready to craft all the UV stuff. Unfortunately, they do require a lot of the Americium. So I don't have all the recipes yet. So like the robot arm and stuff, I don't have the recipe done yet because I didn't have enough things to craft it. I need 2 motors for the conveyor belts, and yeah, I'm short on lutetium. So I switched this over to lutetium, so that's kind of just helping out a little bit. I mean, this is not producing a lot. I probably moved it over about 10 minutes ago, and we got 3 from it. So yeah, definitely not fast, but I figured we'll just kind of like let that run and supplement our thing. But yeah, this is gonna be the main source of our lutetium, and as we can see, we're still only at 9,000. It's ticking away. So yep, eventually we'll get a whole bunch of it all at once when all these kind of finish. So that is kind of what I'm looking at. So I just wanted to get all that stuff in there because it does take a little while to get that sorted out. But yeah. So UV components, we have done that. I got everything for the USB assembler. I just need to put it all together now. I think I have enough neutronium and everything. I think 65 is enough with the... Although I did use some for this pump that's not used in it, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm still crafting up. I got more going, so yeah. Anyway, let's move on here. So I can't do that yet. Can't do that yet. I'm not going to do that right this second. Haven't finished that. Right, I kind of wanted to show Niobium Plasma. I don't need a whole lot of it right now, but I kind of want to just craft up a whole bunch with the fusion reactor because someone pointed out on Discord that Niobium Plasma is a... Is it Niobium Plasma or molten niobium? I can't remember. Yeah. All right, so it's really easy. Silicon, cobalt, tier 2 reactor, and you get 1 niobium. So 1 silicon, 1 cobalt, and you get niobium from it. So I'm going to do, I don't know, what should we do? Which silicon? I don't have a ton of silicon. Now that I'm looking at that, I can't remember where I was getting that. I was getting it from a planet. I don't know. How about we do... What is that, 8 stacks? I think that's 8 stacks. And pretty sure cobalt goes in the... It goes in here, right? Or does it have to go in a blast furnace? Does cobalt have to go in a blast furnace? Not that that really matters. Ah, it does. Maybe cobaltite. Is cobaltite what goes in the regular furnace? I don't remember. Anyway, let's I'll just throw it in there. Yeah, that's going pretty quick. So it definitely seems like this one goes before that. I don't know. It probably does it because it like checks however it checks the multi-block. I'm assuming this one has nitrogen in it, I think. I don't even know, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, so basically we'll get that. I'm gonna smelt that down into... We want to do this. I guess we'll do it. I guess just like in there, and I don't know. Does this just... Yeah. Alright, so we'll get that going. I should throw a muffler on there. Alright, I also need a... What is it? Output hatch? Oh, that's not what I need. Ooh, I need a ZPM one, don't I? Because I wasn't planning on putting this on the fusion reactor. Alright, let me craft up a ZPM output hatch. The ZPM machine holes aren't bad, it's the obsidian tank, which is annoying because it needs molten glass and I don't have an assembler with molten glass in it. Actually, that's really not that bad. Obsidian. Good. Oh, I have one dense right there anyway. Maybe I'll actually be able to do this right away. How am I going to do this? Two quartzite. Wish this wasn't so slow. But, yeah, anyway. So, tank. There's that. I need the ZPM machine hull. ZPM machine hull. Muffler hatch. Finally getting a muffler on this. I haven't had a... There we go. This is my kind of add whatever fluid I want to assembler. Yeah. All right. There's that. And then I can't remember. Do you need... You do need the polybenzyl whatever. But now I have the... I do have a assembler with that in permanently, so that's good. Oh, that's battery buffer. What are we waiting on? Are you waiting on, like... Yeah, you're probably waiting on iridium. That's the only issue with this stuff in there. Because it is such a long recipe. Like, if it needs this one. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, so we'll get that. Let me get... Do I have input hatches? I think I do. Oh, those are LEV. Dang it, I need LUV ones too. Unless I can borrow one. Let's see. No, see, this one has stuff in it. I mean, I could, like, pull it out. I may end up just doing that so I can borrow this one so I don't have to craft two more at the moment. Just do that. So, pull it out. All right, so we're going to use these. Let me get some of the stuff, like the silicon all like extracted and everything, and we have quite a bit here, and I'll get the tanks filled up over there. Wish there's an easier way to actually, well, the easiest would probably be, I know what. No, I'm trying to think. So that's, I could just do this. Why don't we just do this? I'll do that, and then, yeah, that's how I'll do it. All right. So, yeah, let me get this. Let me get the output hatch. Craft, there it is. Yeah, let me get this, and we will come back in a second. And we are back, and I've gone ahead and put a new hatch over there. I filled that one up with molten silicon, and we got our cobalt here. So hopefully we won't void anything this time. Is it going to turn on? Turn on. All right, why isn't that one turning on? Oh, that's right, because I broke it. Probably needs to be hit with a hammer. Yeah, there it goes. All right, so, all right, there is the Niobium Plasma. So I guess we'll, actually, I'll leave that one. No. I'm thinking, do I need to set, I guess I don't really need to set this one. I'll leave one, like, kind of open for, I think, is that what I'm going to do? I'm just thinking, should I leave, like, this hatch locked or unlocked? I guess we'll lock it. I don't know. I like having all these things kind of organized, so I'm not, like, accidentally voiding stuff or anything, so Yeah, so we'll just, I think this Niobe, now that I'm thinking about it, did that just turn off? Like, is that doing something weird? Oh, all right. So I think it was like flowing back and forth or something. I don't know. That was a bit weird there. I saw it like kind of flicker. Maybe it was just there. Anyway, Niobium Plasma. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is a plasma. Is this just gonna go in a fluid solidifier? I have no idea. All right, so that's the thing. Yeah, I'm like, we don't need to do that. But now that I'm thinking about it, do I have any way to... This is plasma, right? Yeah. Let me, I'm thinking about it, like, I don't think it can just go in a fluid extractor, can it? Alright, we are back. As expected, the plasma does not go in the fluid solidifier. Not the, I kept saying fluid extractor, but I meant fluid solidifier. So I was thinking, how can we get this into like a usable state? And I was thinking, could we maybe do like, because I know helium plasma, and I don't think this is going to work, but if you look at helium plasma, you can put it through a vacuum freezer and you'll get regular helium cells, but I don't think, like that's not, like molten niobium, where is it? Where are you? Yeah, like molten niobium, you don't get that from like that, so it's not going to work. But I think actually, if I put it in one of my plasma turbines, I think it may actually output like regular niobium, maybe? I actually don't know. So why don't we, I don't want that. We do this. How am I going to do this? Because this is full. Yeah, because I need to get that in there. This is a bit of a pain, actually, now that I'm looking at this. Why don't we... I'm going to put this in here. Yeah, I wasn't quite prepared for this, actually. So that should have niobium plasma. You know, just plasma from a fusion reactor chilling in some disk drives. That's totally legit and plausible in real life. Alright, so we got that in a can. How about I'll disconnect that for now. Let's pull all this out. And these hand pump things are so useful. Alright, that's empty. Let's put this in here. Got that done. Yeah, I really don't know if this is actually gonna work, but hey, let's is this, now that I'm thinking about it, is this gonna work? Because doing that is not gonna work because it's not, the hatch isn't big enough. I may, that works, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's push, that should be going in there. Yeah, all right. Can I just right click on that to... Apparently if you do that, you get thunderstorms. That's hilarious. It's not like raining outside, is it? That would be bad news. No, it's just, apparently if you right click on a ender tank with a large cell, you get thunder. That is hilarious. I didn't know about that. All right, so that's going in there. Let's see what happens. Actually, now that I'm thinking about that. No, that shouldn't. No. No, the turbine. It's not gonna. I was like, that's not gonna like go over like ZPM and get explosions here. It looks like it's fine. All right, so what is it outputting? Anything? Yeah, molten niobium. All right, so yeah, that's how you do it. I just kind of like popped in my head that maybe that is the way to do it. All right, so this will get me, and then this we can put in a regular. I think we're actually getting power out of it too. So this is actually really good plasma. The Niobium Plasma, if we look at the like burn or whatever. So one cell, so 1,000 niobium, you get 269 million EU. And if we look at helium plasma, I can find it, you get 81. So what is that? Three times is 3 times better at producing power as helium plasma. I don't, as of right now, I don't think I'm gonna like switch all this stuff over to helium plasma or anything. Because helium plasma is basically just a pump on, I don't remember, Mars or Mercury, maybe Mercury, a pump on Mercury and some hydrogen. And that gets us all this power. So for now, I don't think I'm going to switch over, even though this niobium plasma is super easy to make and we get niobium out of it. But yeah, I think we're good for now with this. And this 8 stacks of niobium will tide us over for a little bit. And hopefully by then we would be able to get up to, I forget wherever. It's the next tier, which I'm kind of looking forward to. So Triton, I think, is next. I think we're going to. And you actually get niobium vein and gallium as well, and yttrium. So I am really looking forward to this. Weight of 60, that is awesome. So I'm pretty sure that is a tier 6. Yeah. So really looking forward to that. So that's kind of why I want to push for the space race. So we'll have an endless supply of niobium finally. But like I said, this is kind of like tide us over. Hopefully this 8 stacks of niobium that we're getting from this. Anyway, let me cut here and we will come back. And we are back. I just have that stuff going, and then as that's done, we will solidify it into niobium ingots. It's just going to take quite a while because that doesn't go through it. Oops, it doesn't go through it very fast. Oh my goodness, so many. Yeah, so yeah, this is just going to take quite a while to go through this, as we can see. So we'll just let that tick away. Anyway. Moving on, and check that off. Let's see, we need Flux Electrum, and the wetware boards are kind of my next things. Flux Electrum should be relatively easy, I think. I believe I have most of this stuff now. All right, you get 4 ingots if you, or 4 dust if you do it that way. Man, that is actually like, that's kind of a lot of stuff for just 4. Does it not go in a mixer? All right, it doesn't look like you can actually get it from a mixer. I was like, what is this? Enriched in a quad, or what a fuel. I've never seen this before, but I'm nowhere near that, unfortunately, but that's definitely a thing. What's Naquata fuel used for? Is there even a use for that? Doesn't look like there's a use for that. So, not gonna worry about that. But yeah, it looks like the only way to get this is this recipe, and you only get 4 from it. I don't think there's like I highly doubt there's like an ally smeltery recipe or anything. I wonder, the Flux Electrum must be in this, that's why you get that. It's a bit weird. that even like a thing? What a weird recipe. Look at this. This is very strange. That is really weird. I don't think I've ever seen like something give a solid ingot out of that. Usually, yeah, it usually ends up there. But yeah, I've never seen that. That is a weird recipe. Anyway, so like rose gold, we have a recipe for it, right? Yeah. This is just gonna take some time. Infused gold is actually a thing. That is a vein. Maybe I should just go ahead and go like, oops, that's not what I want. Apparently there's no Flux Electrum ore. Maybe I should just go mine some of that up. A lot of alloy dust, that's a bit of a pain. I do have some though. Astral silver. Don't have a recipe for that. I think that is just silver and... yeah, silver and thaumium. Iron, silver, and thaumium, you get 4. Thaumium and silver. Alright, so basically I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of kind of... I mean, most of the stuff I already have recipes for, but not everything. Sterling silver, did I... yeah, I have a thing for sterling silver. What about red steel? I have one for red steel. Soldering alloy dust. Now that is something I don't have. Maybe just do... maybe just make a whole bunch of that. And then turn it into dust, maybe. I don't know how much of the Flux Electrum I'm actually going to end up needing, but... I mean, I guess I could do... yeah, that makes sense. If we just do a recipe for it. Why don't we just go ahead and do that then? Don't I have a macerator in here? I do. Does it have a thing on it? It does. I moved all the things to the big one though. Alright, so I don't even need to craft up all that sterling silver, but oh well. Ore processing. Do I have room over here? I can't remember. Yeah, I do. Alright, so there's our soldering alloy dust. Infused gold though. What else do we need? Red steel. Alright, so I pretty much have everything except for the astral silver. Need to get a recipe for that. And infused gold. Let's see, infused gold. Alright, so infused gold I actually do need to get from... yeah, there's no recipe for infused gold. Alright, so infused gold needs to be mined up. Well, I should probably check if I have any first. I don't have any infused gold yet. But I have seen that, and I don't remember what planet it was on. Yeah, it's a gold vein, you get platinum out of it. So it must have been on Titan, yeah. The last... Titan and Io have it. A weight of 30. Alright. And it's a between. So it's... I'm trying to... that's... Sporadic is the lowest. Between, I think, is kind of like the middle layers, I want to say. So I don't know how much I'm actually going to get from an entire vein. So yeah, let me go ahead and throw down a miner here. Which one is... no, European, Tanzanite. I think the toxic accolades is my highest tier 1, if I remember correctly. Alright, so yeah, let me go throw this down and we will come back. And really quickly, I am on Titan and I have gone ahead, and as we can see, the drilling plant is on top of this vein, and I've actually gone ahead and put anchors, like chunk loaders, on each of these veins. So I have 5 chunk loaders here, and I'm kind of curious if it's going to reach all the way. It says it has a radius of 144, so I mean that is a whole lot of chunks. I mean, a radius of 144, if this is 16, 32, 48, 64, I feel like that would mine out this entire thing if I chunk loaded it all. But I'm not going to, because I don't need all this stuff. But in theory, this could mine out this entire thing and more. I mean, what is that? That's like 8 chunks, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it could mine out to like here. So I put, like I said, I put the things on each of those, as we can see, with the chunk loaders right there. So yeah, I figured why not see what happens. Let's get that run in. So I can take that. I think that is pulling, yeah. And of course, the thing in the base is not turned on. The system, it should turn on, but yeah, we are pulling up stuff. Anyway, let's meet back at the home base. All right, we are back, and as we can see, it's clearing out the ender chest pretty easily. So yeah, we will just let that run. But that is about wrapping up point for this episode. Unfortunately, we're just not making a whole lot of progress. These kind of like end game tiers, just you're not going to progress fast no matter how fast you push. So yeah, we're just kind of making, I feel like we're making still pretty good progress. Getting all the components and stuff, getting ready to go. We're crafting up different things here, getting like different builds. I mean, I've done a couple different builds here with fission reactors for the lutetium and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we're getting there. Next episode we'll come back, we'll get some Flux Electrum built and hopefully some wetware boards. I think we're pretty much there. I just need to oh right, this I can actually do this right now. 5 buckets of that stuff. But this uses a lot of niobium per thing. That's why I wanted to get the I wanted to try out that the fusion reactor. So we got that niobium going. One thing I'm kind of starting to run into here is I am running out of channels in this room. I've put too many things in this, I think. Because we are at 64 channels. So 32 there, 32 there, and I'm running out of, like, because I just noticed that's probably another foil that I don't think I have. I don't know if I have niobium foil. No, I don't. So that's another foil, which I know for a fact I don't really have, because all the, yeah, all my plates, that circuit of 1 for the foils, and, yeah, it's all a circuit of 1. So, yeah, I gotta figure out what I want to do about this. Should I add another... I could add another P2P thing, so I'd have 32 more channels. I'm not sure about that. I will have to think about this, but yeah, I'm definitely running out of room. I'm gonna have to make this a double chest. So I can add a few more onto it, but yeah. And the other issue we're having is I'm running out of room on the extruder as well. So, I mean, I have 2 things of rods there, but like the gears and stuff, I only have 1. I don't remember where they, but yeah, like bolts. I'm kind of almost out of bolts and all sorts of stuff. Like rings, I'm out of it. So definitely kind of running out of channels here for the interfaces. I wish the interfaces I wish there was a bigger interface. The 9 is a bit, I wish they were a bit bigger. But anyway, yeah, we'll kind of tackle that, I think, next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good one.